Throughout history, a single drink has sparked revolutions, inspired rituals, and connected billions of people across continents. That drink is tea. From ancient emperors to bustling markets, from secret ceremonies to everyday comfort, tea's story is woven into the fabric of civilization. Imagine leaves falling gently into hot water, a simple act that would ripple through dynasties, fuel global trade, and ignite legendary protests. This is the story of Camellia sinensis, the humble leaf that changed the world. So pour yourself a cup and join us as we journey through the fascinating history of tea. Our story takes us back nearly 5,000 years to the year 2737 BC. The legend centers on a wise and scholarly ruler, the Chinese Emperor Shun Nung. One afternoon, as he rested beneath a wild tea tree, his servants prepared his usual cup of hot water. A gentle breeze rustled the branches above, and a few dried leaves from the tree drifted down, landing right in the emperor's simmering pot. The water slowly turned a beautiful pale golden brown color, and a delightful aroma began to rise from the vessel. Intrigued by the pleasant scent and the change in the water's appearance, the emperor, a curious and adventurous soul, decided to taste the accidental infusion. The first to carry tea beyond China's borders were Buddhist monks. In the early 9th century, Japanese monks studying in China were introduced to the drink, bringing back not just the beverage, but the very seeds and knowledge of its cultivation. They discovered it was the perfect aid for their long meditation sessions, helping them remain calm yet alert. In Japan, tea evolved into a highly spiritual and artistic ceremony known as chanoyu, a meticulous practice embodying harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility that became a cornerstone of Japanese culture. India had its own native variety of the tea plant, which grew wild in the jungles of the Assam region for centuries. However, its global potential remained untapped. It was the British, driven by a desire to break China's lucrative monopoly on the tea trade, who truly commercialized its production in the 19th century. This endeavor transformed the landscape, establishing the vast plantations that would make Indian tea world famous. In Europe, tea first appeared in the 17th century, introduced by Dutch merchants as an exotic and incredibly expensive luxury, available only to the wealthiest aristocrats. Its journey to cultural icon status in England was championed by Catherine of Braganza, the Portuguese wife of King Charles II. She brought tea to the English court as part of her dowry in the 1660s, popularizing it among the nobility and setting the stage for the beloved tradition of afternoon tea. The British appetite for tea seemed endless, but there was a significant problem. China, the primary supplier, wanted to be paid in silver. Their solution was dark and devastating. They began to illegally trade opium grown in British India to China in exchange for tea. This unethical trade led to widespread addiction in China and ultimately sparked the Opium Wars in the mid-19th century. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic Ocean, tea was about to play a central role in the birth of a new nation. This simmering resentment erupted on a cold December night in 1773, in an event that would become legendary. A group of American patriots known as the Sons of Liberty, some disguised as Native Americans, boarded 3 British ships docked in Boston Harbor. In a bold act of political protest, they smashed open 342 chests of tea and dumped the entire shipment into the sea. In Britain, the concept of afternoon tea became an institution. It was not just about drinking tea, it was a small meal in itself, complete with sandwiches, scones, and cakes. This ritual, traditionally taken around 4 in the afternoon, served as a perfect bridge between lunch and a late dinner. In Morocco, preparing and serving mint tea, known as Tuareg tea, is a highly respected art form. The host will pour the tea from a height into small glasses, a technique that aerates the tea and creates a delicate foam on top. In Russia, the samovar became the heart of the home. This large, ornate metal urn was used to keep water hot all day long, ready for making tea at a moment's notice. A very strong tea concentrate called zavarka is brewed in a small teapot that sits on top of the samovar. It's remarkable that every cup of tea originates from a single species, Camellia sinensis. This humble evergreen shrub, native to East Asia, has given birth to an astonishing diversity of teas, each with its own unique character and flavor. This variety isn't from different plants, but from human ingenuity. It all comes down to how the leaves are grown, harvested, and the artistry of their processing. The main categories of tea are defined by a crucial biochemical process, oxidation. This is the same natural reaction that turns a cut apple brown. By controlling the leaves' exposure to oxygen after they are picked, tea masters unlock a vast spectrum of flavors. First, we have green tea, which is not oxidized at all. This is done by steaming in Japan or pan-firing in China. The process preserves their vibrant green color and their fresh, grassy and vegetal flavors, making it a staple across Asia. Then there is black tea, which is fully oxidized. This turns the leaves a deep copper brown and creates the rich, malty and robust flavors beloved in teas like English breakfast. Its bold character made it a cornerstone of Western tea culture. Somewhere between green and black lies the wonderfully complex world of oolong tea. Oolongs are partially oxidized, with the level ranging from 10 to 80%. This vast range creates an incredible diversity of flavors, from light and floral to dark and roasted. Finally, white tea is the most delicate and least processed. It is made from the youngest unopened buds of the tea plant, which are simply withered and dried. This minimal handling results in a subtle, sweet flavor once reserved for Chinese royalty. In our modern, fast-paced world where technology often connects us digitally but can leave us feeling distant, the simple act of sharing tea holds a special grounding significance. It's an analog ritual that cuts through the noise, inviting genuine human connection. It is a deliberate invitation to slow down. The time it takes for the water to boil, for the leaves to unfurl and steep, is a gift of mindfulness. From the patient whisking of matcha in Japan to the repeated pouring in a Chinese gong fu ceremony, the process itself is a form of meditation, a quiet rebellion against the rush of modern life. When we offer someone a cup of tea, we are offering more than just a warm drink. We are extending a universal symbol of hospitality, a gesture understood across cultures. We are offering our time, our undivided attention, and a heartfelt gesture of care. This remarkable drink is a thread that connects us not only to each other, but also to the past. It has fueled empires and inspired poets. Every sip carries with it thousands of years of history, from ancient Chinese dynasties to the trade routes that reshaped the world. So, the next time you hold a warm cup in your hands, take a moment to appreciate its incredible journey. Consider the simple leaf that traveled through time and across continents to bring you this moment of peace. Whether you enjoy it alone in a moment of quiet reflection or share it with those you love, tea is a celebration of connection. From ancient rituals to the innovative bubble teas of today, its spirit endures, a celebration of friendship, culture, and the simple pleasures that make our lives rich. Before you go, if you enjoyed this journey through the world of tea, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories. We'd love to hear from you. Share your favorite tea memories or traditions in the comments below. Let's build a global community of tea lovers, one story at a time. Raise your cup with us. Here's to friendship, tradition, and the joy of tea. Thank you for watching, and welcome to our tea-loving family.